Welcome to Zone to Speak, reporting from the road at the Via Race. 4,000 kilometers of pure ultra cycling from Italy to the Netherlands. I'm Juliana, traveling with the race and bringing you daily highlights, rider stories, and the moments that define the ride. Let's dive in. This is our day 7 evening through day 8 race report. From the tightening front of the men's race to rain-drenched mountains and a stomach bug in the women's field, let's get into it. As day 7 drew to a close Friday night, the front of the race saw its gap vanish. Just a few days ago, Adam Bialek was enjoying a several-hour lead, but when he rolled out of Refuge 2, affectionately known as Dead Ends and Cake, around 6 a.m., his advantage was already in jeopardy. Bruno Wicht, riding hard and running on sugar, had arrived in St. Gallen and was closing in fast. He paused to recharge both devices and legs and left at 9 a.m. That gave Adam just 3 hours to breathe. By the time both riders reached Gate 10 at Rhine Falls, that lead was cut down to less than 3 hours, and the trend didn't stop there. At Gate 11, the gap was under 2. Bruno was climbing steadily and, perhaps more importantly, gaining confidence. Adam, meanwhile, pushed on. The numbers tell the story. While Adam averaged just under 20 kilometers per hour on day 7, Bruno hit a blazing 22.5. Would Bruno overtake Adam overnight? Meanwhile, the battle for the third place was tightening by the hour. Jakub Tomasik, Lucas Becker, and Mark Bruhel all found themselves navigating soaked mountain roads and storm clouds across southern Germany. By late afternoon, Jakub arrived at St. Gallen, clearly aware of Lucas' growing presence behind him. In fact, one of his first moves inside the refuge was to check the dot watcher screen. And Lucas? He showed up less than an hour later. There was no time to relax. Jakub stayed just over an hour before heading out, and Lucas even less, 20 minutes faster through the stop. Both riders left via different routes, but the result was clear. The chase was on. By Rhine Falls, they were virtually tied. Bruhel, meanwhile, started to fade from the podium contention. While still solidly in 5th, he was now nearly 10 hours behind the leaders. But the men's field wasn't the only one facing hardship. The women's race took an unfortunate turn. Overnight Friday, Gosia was stopped not by a mountain or weather, but by a stomach bug. Despite fighting through the discomfort, she was forced to make frequent stops and even detoured to a pharmacy for relief. Joanna Ruminska, who had been trailing by the 5 hours the day before, caught up. But her progress was interrupted by mechanical issues, again the nagging rear brake, and she ultimately chose to rest and dry her kit in a hotel. Fiona Shorten wasn't far behind, slowly working her way into Villach. And what about the pairs? They are still grinding away. Connie and Brent climbed Kutai and remain well placed. Dulce and Talbert follow 12 hours behind. The alpine terrain is starting to thin out the field, but the spirit in the pairs category is strong. And yes, someone mentioned the Osteria in Rieti again, this time from a rain-soaked Alex Gruhl reminiscing about better days in Italy. As for the innovation on the road, Lucas Becker may have just created a privacy-preserving way to wash your kit that might change the future of ultracycling. More on that on a future episode. Saturday morning, day 8. 7 days in, and the front of the race is near Frankfurt. That tail still stretches back to Florence. The Alps have taken their toll. 84 riders remain. 16 have scratched. And while the men's race continues to twist, a new strategy emerged. Adam Bialek rode through the night, stopping just 2 hours near Baden-Baden. Bruno, on the other hand, took a full night's rest in Sellestadt and only started again at 7:30 a.m. Will that sleep savings pay off, or has Adam already gained too much ground? We will know more by tonight. Lucas Becker, now arguably the most confident rider in the top 5, has nearly erased Jakub's lead and may have nudged ahead by the Geyer's Nest gate. With reliable sleep, an onboard dynamo hub, and smart routing, he set himself up well for the final push. Mark Buchel is holding steady behind them, while Sam Muscat and Yair Huglan battle it out further down the rankings. In the women's race, Joanna and Gosia passed each other just as Slovenia faded into the rear view. The Pavlik Pass was the gateway, and also a meeting point. Joanna now trails by about 2.5 hours. Fiona is next up, grinding her way toward the top. And Refuge 1, Lakes and Canoodle, closed its door this morning at 9 a.m. The Refuge won't count against any rankings, but riders now miss out the warm welcome and that nice food. And yes, someone did keep riding through Slovenia, Enrico Helix, and his Velomobile, proving once again that the machine you ride defines your route. He will be heading back to Gate 9 from the east after a bit of detour through the Balkans. That's the story so far. The gaps are shrinking, energy is low, and minds are fixed on a Merongen. Day 8 closes with uncertainty at the front and grit across the board. So that's where things stand after a dramatic 36 hours on the road, tightening gaps, tactical gambles, and the relentless physical toll of ultra racing. But numbers and dots only tell part of the story. To really understand what it feels like out there, the rain, the exhaustion, the small victories, and unexpected lows, let's hear it directly from the riders themselves. This is Juliana signing off from St. Gallen. Ride safe, ride strong, and don't forget to sleep eventually.
Hello, Juliana. Here is Francesco. Finally, I found the right time with the right energy to send you a voice message. I'm going to give you some impression about my first few days and a couple of things that happened. I just stopped because on the way to Gate 8, started raining very heavily, so I decided to get a shelter down at the bottom of the climb before reaching the top and not getting as cold as the other day. Anyway, I'm super happy about being part of this race. It's my first race ever, and so I don't have any possibility to compare this to other experiences, but I definitely get a great vibe from all the people I met. So it's really the right place to be for me. I have to confess that before signing up for the race, the feeling I had by looking at the info and the social medias was quite kind of worried that the idea of building a community and spending the right time together was taking a little bit away the experience of combativity, let me say, which I was also looking for, but definitely not. I was completely wrong, and I'm super happy that I decided to come over here. It's been 7 days now. It flew. I'm not even realizing that it's been 7 days already. It looks like 2 days to me. and we covered through Italy, and it's incredible what we've been doing. So first of all, great organizations, um, lovely people I met, and shared time with other riders, respecting each other. Super cool, super great vibe. And all the riders I met are sharing the same. So all of us on the road, at least the one I met, were on the same mood and having the same feelings. Then I'm gonna give you a couple of things that I felt and I lived. I have to say that it's been interesting finding out how our limit can be far. But the other night, climbing the Kutai Dam was tough. Was, I think, in a sportish, in my sportish life, it's been probably definitely one of the toughest, maybe the toughest thing I've done. I arrived up there at around midnight. It was rainy, foggy, was 3 degrees. I had to wear everything I had with me. I used the emergency blanket to add a layer of protection on the way down. And I was shaking by the cold. I was super sleepy. My front brake was not working. So it took me like so long. I stayed on the phone with my wife for half an hour at least, hoping that it was helping me, but it didn't really change much. So at a certain point, I really just had to stop. I mean, the light went off, and I said, enough. So that was definitely my limit. I stopped and I slept for an hour on the ground under a little shelter, and then I came to the refuge. But I mean, this was such an experience to me, and the scenery and all the places we've been through have been so cool. And is Campo Imperatore is the best place I've been in this race, and one of the best places I've ever seen in my life. So I hope this super long message you can take off some idea. I've been enjoying the podcast very much. So well done. Thanks for doing that for us. I've been sharing with friends, and it's great to listen. Thank you very much.
We are at Refuge 2. Yahir just rolled in. It's quite wet out there. You bought a few socks to protect your feet. How's it going? How are you doing out there?
I'm still doing pretty good. The rain was terrible, but I used to ride in the rain. I never like it, but I cannot not go riding, so I just ride any conditions. So
Well, that's good. We were watching the map and saw that you chose a different route. You went through Munich. Was there any reason? Was that because it's flatter? Is that because you needed to go through a big city?
no, it's flatter. And in TCR 8, I did. A lot of people went straight to Munich and won a lot of time, while I went around it. So I knew it's gonna be faster than going through the city than around it, which is not really nice. And it's not a nice part of the route, well, except for the inner city, but all the suburbs and stuff, it's not really nice, but I could swallow that for time benefit.
Okay, so you had the experience. You knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
How about from the start to now, what gate was the most mentally tough for you?
Ooh, good question. What gates we have?
It's all emotional in your brain.
There's two I never saw because I did them in nighttime,
Dark.
which is bad because they probably are beautiful. I really had a hard time on the panorama.
Yes, I know.
That was just steep. I didn't have a hard time, but it was not enjoying it while the landscape is beautiful. So maybe for that reason I'll pick that one.
How about the most enjoyable part of the route so far?
The gate in Italy, the highest, I think. What's the name? Sale de Leonessa? No.
Montevergini, Campo Imperatore. Montevergini, Campo Imperatore. It's all emotional.
My brain isn't really working, and normally I would know these things all straight away, but no, not now.
And what's the plan for the next days to come? It's been a week today that the race started, and we still have a week for the finish party. Do you have a timeline in mind? Do you want to catch other riders? What's going on in your mind?
I think Mark is too far out to catch. But you never know. I just ride as good as I can and hope to be in time for the finish party.
Sounds good. I'll see you there.
Yeah.
So we're here with Ian, our race director. He has some questions for Yair.
Whatever. Yair.
Yair.
So you took a great route through Munich.
Mm-hmm.
While Munich is not especially great to ride through, you definitely put some time into Sam. How many hours do you think you gained on him?
Yeah, you just said, so I know it's about 2.
But you were some distance behind him from Rosfeld. So how many hours is that?
No, he wasn't so far, because I saw him at the bottom of the climb. And he definitely put effort in the climb, because he was acting like that climb was a stage race. Like the beginning of that climb, you can do from 2 sides. There's like a sneaky part up, but I thought it was too steep, so I took the normal way, just to have a smooth way into the climb.
Yeah.
And he just, when I was already on the climb, he came out of that sneaky part, which I know was there, and he started like doing like an attack.
Yeah.
And I was just like doing a pace which I could maintain. And at a certain point, there was like sign boards of how many kilometers. I think, at 2 kilometers. In 2 kilometers, he gained like 500 meters. I saw like, and then he also took a wrong direction, and I saw him going up and down and looking back if I was following. Like, I don't know.
Dude, the finish line's not here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was really crazy.
That's Sam.
Yeah.
So now you're into the flatter country and much closer to home. So we're heading to Amerongen, which is what, 40k from Utrecht, 70k maybe? And because you know all the roads, you do have the home advantage in a big way. So from Lausmeer to Amerongen, you know everything. You know the roads to the North Sea as well. So are you going to race it?
For sure I'm going to race it. Where else I was racing it as well.
Are you going to catch Mark?
I'm not sure. He's too far out, but I'll see. I just do my daily thing, and then we see close to the end how close things are.
You know which position you're in at the moment?
No.
So you're 6th?
6th, yeah, that's what
Mark's
I thought.
5th.
Yeah. No, I knew he was before in front of me and Sam, but I didn't know till here if I was before, if Sam would be here earlier than me or not, because it was raining so hard, so I didn't look at my phone.
Yeah.
Just saved the electronic devices.
Well, I think the Swiss will be cheering on the Mark, and the Dutch will be cheering you on for 5th. It's always playful.
But Mark already left Switzerland, so nobody's cheering for him.
Oh, home advantage.
And I have to wait, so... No, I don't. Yeah.
People will be lining the roads cheering you on. Just look forward to that.
I think some people will come out. I don't know.
Nice.
We'll see.
Nice.
Thanks, guys. Sam Muscat just got here, Refuge 2. And we have chatted a few times, but I have a question for you because I heard you were treating the climbs like it's a Tour de France stage. Can you tell me more?
I got a little bit excited, and I don't know, over 2,000 kilometres, what are the odds that we come head to head, like 500 metres into the base of the climb? And to make it even more dramatic, he came up the main way and I took like this super steep short way, and just as I cut onto like the climb, we landed like right in front of each other. Well, I landed right in front of him, and I gave him a wave, and I just let my legs fly. That was it. I opened it up.
That's a nice high. Yeah, to get through the climb.
It was lovely. Yeah, it was a beautiful climb as well.
Since we chatted on Refuge 1 and your route all the way here to Refuge 2, how has it been? Any other police stops?
No, it's been good. It's been good. It's been wet, but it's been good. Is it rain here all the time, or is it just
I don't know. Since we got here as well, it has been raining non-stop. Hopefully some sunshine.
I really like bulletproof myself. I covered my feet in a foil blanket and everything. I'm like, oh no, I'm going to be doing this for no reason because I bet you in like 10 minutes it's going to stop raining. Did not stop raining the whole time. Torrential.
And is the feet holding up okay with
the
wetness?
Yeah, they feel great. Yeah, not great, but yeah, I think the foil blanket's a good little tip. Yeah.
Awesome. Good to see you here. Looking good. And what is the plan from here?
I can't remember how I routed from here, how I designed my route from here, so I'll assess that and then see how we go.
All right. Thanks, Sam.
No worries, thank you.
Sam, how do you feel about Yair just leaving 30 seconds before you?
That's good. It's good. You've got to give him a little bit of glory. I've been a little bit ahead of him the whole time, so it's only a refuge after all.
Are you going to catch him?
Yeah, I'll beat him to the next checkpoint.
To the next gate? And then to the finish?
That's the only one that really matters, hey?
Oh, yes. And then there's Mark ahead. Think you'll catch Mark?
No way. No. The only way I'll get him is if another dog bites him. And even then it'll be a struggle. I haven't actually looked at the tracker, so I don't know how far ahead anyone is. Yeah.
You have a couple of guys behind. So you've got James Benson King and Philip Hannick. You've also got Alex Gros approaching.
If they're coming through what I just came through, it's going to take them a while.
Yeah.
It's rough out there.
Yeah, nice.
All right. Thanks,
Happy
guys.
hunting.
Yeah.
Happy hunting. I'm here with Philip Hannick at Refuge 2. It's looking really wet out there, but you're looking good. Happy to see you. We chatted earlier, I think it was at Refuge 1. You told me that you decided to sign up for the race late because you had an accident last year in November. When was it that you started planning your route?
I planned the route, I think, 3 weeks before the race started, so pretty late.
Wow, that's impressive. And how are you finding the route? Have you had to make any adjustments, or are you happy with what you put it together?
So far I can't complain. I had like little mistakes, but it didn't cost much time. I had a few gravel shortcuts. I had to hike my bike, but it was not unexpected. I kind of checked it before. Yep.
That's good. Last year you had a wonderful year. You were first at Race Across Poland and fourth at Be Hard. Do you think you're coming back to your best top form?
I don't know. It's hard to tell because I'm still missing some strengths, but so far I can't complain. It's going pretty well, I would say. I just need to get used to the really long days again. That's it.
Very good. And what's the plan from here?
I think I will just look where my route goes next. I'm probably going to stop very soon to dry myself and hopefully the weather will be better in the next few days, because I need some motivation to continue.
Yeah, I really hope it gets drier and sunnier for all of you out there. Any questions, Ian?
Do you have any ambitions for climbing the rankings?
Actually not. It kind of stresses me out that I'm relatively in the front of the race, because usually I do not look at the dots, but I started looking at the dots from time to time, and it's too much stress. It's less enjoyable for me to do a race like this if I'm constantly in a rush to keep up with the rest of the field. And also the field is pretty damn strong, I would say.
It is. It's quite impressive, the performance of all of you out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think given your injuries and your accidents and recovering last year, your performance is incredible. You're currently in 8th place. Does it not give you motivation to push through, especially these conditions?
I don't know. It's hard to explain it, but I don't do the races for the competition. I just do it to have fun, to meet people, and to see places. And yeah, no, actually not. It gives me motivation to continue, of course, and to finish in a decent time. I kind of had a rough idea of what I could be able to in terms of finishing time, which for me personally was maybe 12 days would be great, depending on the conditions and if the body feels good. But it's already very motivated,
And how many days do you think you're going to do now? Because I think you're ahead of schedule, no?
I don't know. I didn't check where I'm standing in the moment, like kilometer and time-wise, so I have no clue if it's possible in 12 days. Maybe not.
I think at this point in time, you're probably 2,500 kilometers in, and approximately 30,000 meters, maybe more, maybe something between 34, depending on your route. So with probably less than 1,500 kilometers, and most of it being quite flat and safe as well, especially the Netherlands. I think you've done all the hard work, so it'll be interesting to see people pushing ahead and getting to the finish as quickly as possible. And we're now on day 7 only. I don't think it's going to take you 5 days to get to the finish. What do you think about that now?
Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah, maybe if the wind is nice, and I mean, the route for Germany I planned is relatively quiet, but I think I might gonna stick to some more night riding since the areas we are crossing are really, really busy. So yeah, maybe it's possible to finish even earlier. You will see. I'm gonna take it easy and not being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna finish like crazy fast.
You're going super strong. So, I saw a little smile on your face there where you were realising just how far you've gone. I understand you've not been following the tracker very much, or you're not counting. But that's super impressive. I mean, you've got to be pleased with yourself.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so modest. You are so modest.
He's here just for fun on Top 10. Thank you, Philip.
Francesco.
I'm here with the Viking, Refugee 2. He made quite an entrance. Just like a Viking. It's so cold and wet, and he has no jacket on. How's it going out there? Beautiful weather, huh?
Oh, it was horrible. Yeah, that was an absolute slugfest. I woke up at 2 this morning after sleeping in a bank, and then rode for a few hours, and by 9 the downpour had started, and I realised that the refuge was 9 hours away minimum, and that was the only way I was going to get dry. That was a very sobering thought. And yeah, what ensued was a really, really tough day.
Yeah, sometimes, I know it's super hard, but keep pedaling, it'll keep you warm and keep you going, where sometimes if you stop, it's just so much harder to get back on the bike if you don't know when is the weather going to get better.
That was it, and so this is what made it even harder. So I decided last minute at checkpoint 9, gate 9, that I was not going to go the way that I planned to go. and that I was going to draw up another route quickly and try and hug the Alps a bit more. And so I descended down the mountain and then realized that I couldn't send the new GPX file to my Garmin, which is fine. I can navigate off my phone. That's all good. Navigated off my phone, slept bivvied last night in the bank, woke up this morning, carried on. The downpour happens. I realized I now can't navigate off my phone. Yeah. And the phone was so wet that I couldn't even open it to check the map.
Yeah. The touch screen doesn't work.
It was gone. And so I had to navigate off memory. So I was just on bike paths. I was like, there's a place called like...
Off what memory? You haven't been these roads before?
No, I know. I was just like, I looked at the map that I'd drawn yesterday.
Oh, wow.
And I was like trying to pick out place names.
Wow.
And then this is the punchline. When I would get lost, I would have to dry the phone. But my buff is normally what I dry it with. My buff was soaking wet. So I'm looking around on my bike for things to dry it with, and there's nothing. So finally I look in my food bin, and every time I want to have to dry my phone, I tear off a bit of baguette, and I have to wipe my phone with the baguette so that I can touch screen, so that I can look at my phone. So that was my screen.
Quite resourceful.
Yes, yeah. No, that was my ultra moment. That was like, you've nailed it.
That's an ultra story I haven't heard before.
Oh man, but that was navigating off memory. I mean, I think I was ahead of Philippe by half an hour, 45 minutes. I don't know how long he's been here, but I think I lost an hour or two just from messing up and taking wrong turns and then getting to places and they'd be highways. And it was a real struggle, especially in the rain as well, because I didn't want to stop to check because then you get cold. So I was just like, just ride and you'll figure it out. And it was a mess.
Well, you're seeming very good spirits and smiling.
Still smiling.
This day. What's the plan from here? Are you going to sleep here in Switzerland? Are you going to keep paddling across the border? What's on the plan?
I think, 3 hours ago, I was going to stay here for the whole night. The race can go screw itself, was my initial thoughts. But now I'm here and I've warmed up a bit. Even on the climb, I'll start to feel a lot better. And the rain isn't coming down as much anymore, at least not as heavy as it was in Germany. I think I'll push through to Rhine Falls and then maybe bivvy in the Black Forest somewhere. I don't want to climb too high. I've been semi-enjoying this early bivvy when it's still a bit warmer. But also then I get really tired like in the afternoon. So I'm just going to see how I feel and we'll play it by ear.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
And it's always, I think it's not great to sleep on top of a climb because it just gets so cold and early morning it's hard to get going.
Descending after a bivvy is like horrendous.
Yeah.
Getting out of the bivvy, like you're already cold and then you can't warm up. So I definitely prefer to like at the base of a climb so that then you can start warming up. But no. Yeah, maybe I'll bivvy at the bottom of the Black Forest and we'll see.
Sounds great. Well, I hope to see you on the road. If not, I'll catch you at the finish party for sure.
There we go.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Alex Grohl just got to Refuge 2. Behind just a few riders, you are doing really, really well. What's the feeling? What's the morale right now?
It's very good. So I'm feeling very good. So I have deep points in Slovenia where I can't put power on my pedal, so it's at less than 140 watts. And yesterday was the best day in the whole race and also today. And I can pushing a little bit, catching up once again, and I'm happy. Yeah.
That's good to hear. The jelly legs recovered.
Yeah.
For today.
Yeah, I've had today and yesterday. So I don't know what's happened in Slovenia. So I can do very steep climbs for sure, but something was happened there, and there was in German we call it Einbahnstraße. I don't know what's the word in English. And there was a little supermarket, as you know, and it was very They are closing, and I have to decide into 2 or 3 minutes what I have to buy, and I bought less. And that's maybe the reason. And then I have to go up, and there was nothing, and yeah. And then I decided to go in a hotel and stay for 4 to 5 hours, 4 hours, something like that. And then see Benson and Philip in the same town. But I expected they are in the same hotel, but they were somewhere. And in the morning, I put some snooze to my phone. Yeah. And then something.
Well, but maybe that snooze helped you
for sure.
recover and get the strength for yesterday and today.
Yeah.
How is your route panning out? Are you happy with what you planned, or you had to improvise on the way?
So the first day was a nightmare. So due to Italy, at the moment here in Switzerland and also in Italy, I know the section very well. I spent there for 40 years a holiday there, so I know all the cafeterias and stuff like that. And that's fine, but in Italy, to plan with promoters is a nightmare. So that makes no sense.
What has been the highlight of the race so far for you?
As a highlight as well, is for me to see all the elephants back. So from the last year, so I do also the Via race chapter 1. And for me, it's feeling like we do not have 2 races, so that's just 1 race. But the feeling is we have the elephants, and we are all together. And if you see all the closely all in the top 10 are more or less all elephants. So there are, I think, 2 riders, 2 or 3, which were attended not last year. And so it makes me happy to see all these people back, and also Benson. I met him, he's a great guy, and I met him for 2 days ago, and yeah, we have a good time.
I think that's what Via is most about, is the people. So it makes sense that the highlight is to have this reunion with your fellow racers. And I think there's a very special bond in ultra cycling, because only we know the effort and everything that we go through to get through those miles. Yeah.
And for me, what's also good to say, so what I did is I skipped the retrofit 1 directly, and I went there today, and for sure here I'm now in the 10th or 11th position. I don't know exactly, but in the morning in Innsbruck at Lexington Refuge, I spent time with people where are a lot behind, so they are approximately 1,000 kilometers behind me, and and this is a completely different feeling, because they are asking questions, what's happened, and they will be lucky to be in the same position like me, and this was for me personally a good thing to spend there the night. Across my fingers, we could stay in the house and not outside. This was very, very great because it's raining horrible. But to meet all these people there, awesome.
And what's the plan from here? We still have quite a few kilometers to cover to the finish line. What is your plan? Are you planning to caught up with the riders on the front?
I'm really happy with where I am today. So Ian, who is sitting by us, know exactly what happened last year with me. Last year I was in position 11, and I want to catch up in the 10th. There will be maybe a possibility, and I have a crash, and that will never happen this year. So I'm very happy where I am. And when I look into the map, Gert and Gregor are around 100 kilometers behind, so there's a little buffer. So yeah, going home slowly. So I'm passing Germany. So I'm living in Bad Kreuznach, and we are going very close to my hometown, and that's cool.
A little advantage on the route going forward, then you know a little bit more of the area.
Yeah, I know everything there. So in this area, the Frankfurt area, I know very well, especially from Grand Ballon to Frankfurt or to Darmstadt and all the cities. So that's my hood.
Yeah, your backyard also.
Yeah.
Here's Ian, Via Race founder, jumping in.
So Alex, you've just met James Benson King. Who's going to win between you and him? And how many other riders do you think you can catch? Because I know you're racing. I know you are.
Yes, I'm racing, but I do not think so. When I'm coming in, I make some jokes for sure. So hey, I will follow you. But that's what Benson did also to me. So we are gambling a little bit. But for me, it's not important to catch him. So if I stay in 10th position, that's fine for me. But Benson is a good guy. I know he's very strong in the flats. So he's pedaling with, 40 rotations per minute, so very slow. So if we reach the flat part of the race, it will be very hard to catch him. He's from England. He is very familiar with the shitty weather. so I don't know. And if we look to the map, Philip is a very strong guy, and also Jared is far away. So and Sam also.
Yeah.
To stay in the top 10 will be fine, and that's what I would like to do without taking a risk.
Sure. I mean, it's great that you're racing.
Yeah, racing. Yeah. That's why we're here.
I mean, some are racing more than others, and it's interesting to see. Well, it's great to see just how friendly the rivalry is. So, how much time do you spend with each one of these riders, riding with them? Do you exchange messages?
So, I do not spend time with the first 5 because they are so far away. But the next 5, so Jared, Philip, Benson, myself, and also Gerd and Gregor, we meet every day. So, especially in this up and downs, Gerd and myself, we give us every time high five when we are seeing, and that's cool. Yeah.
That's very cool.
That's the spirit of the.
Absolutely, the spirit. That's the community values that we have. So you guys are absolutely living it, and I love that.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
And that's all for today's episode. I want to thank the listeners for tuning in. Your support means everything. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider following, leaving a review, and sharing it with your friends.